Hi, and welcome to Neophyte.tv, the technology show for the not-so-geeky. I'm Andy Barnas.
And I'm Ben Friedman, and today on the show, once again, we're presented with another iPhone killer. Why is it that everyone wants to kill the iPhone? Is
Because
the iPhone
awesome.
that much better than any other phone out there?
I think the iPhone is way up here, and the others are way down here.
And yet, you do not own an iPhone.
Once again, contract.
Well, yes, and I got to tell you, you know what the downfall of the iPhone is? AT&T. Everyone I know who has an iPhone hates AT&T. In fact, I know no one who loves AT&T. If you love AT&T, send us a note as to why you love AT&T.
You'll be one of the few.
Indeed. I do not expect a flood of email from that request. So now you have T-Mobile.
I have T-Mobile, and I have the G1, the Google G1 phone.
And that's this guy right here.
Right.
Okay, and this is the and this was the first Android phone. Android is this phone system by Google. So invented by Google, and away it goes. Now, Verizon has just come out with this. This is where all the hype is. Now, I know, Andy, you haven't really seen this yet. It only came out a couple days ago, and so we haven't talked since they sent it to me. And normally I would let us review this for longer, but I wanted to get it out soon. So this is the Motorola Droid. It's on Verizon, very fast network, and it uses the Google, the new Android 2.0 operating system.
Okay.
So it's the next version of that phone. And now this is what they're saying is the iPhone killer.
Well, they keep saying that. We reviewed one a while back.
Yeah, the HTC something or other.
Right,
and that was the iPhone killer. Oh, and then there was the Palm Pre.
Right.
And that was the iPhone killer.
But they weren't the iPhone killers. That
turned out to be the iPhone Maimer, or maybe it was the iPhone Bruiser, or the iPhone
It wasn't the killer.
I swore at you from across the room.
All right, so what do you think of this?
I gave you the finger. That was really what it was. It didn't really kill the iPhone. It just said, you know, screw you, iPhone.
Right. All right, let's talk about this one. I'm dying.
Okay, so, you know, here it is. First of all, I know you had problems with the keyboard on your G1. You didn't love it.
You know, I don't know why they would make a keyboard that you can't see the letters. I know you guys can't see it from there, but when you're trying to, you know, to text, I can't see it.
Yeah, the backlighting is not so hard.
Right.
Now, hold up the screen, first of all.
Just the screen?
Yeah, you see there's a difference in size there. This one has a bigger screen. It's a higher resolution screen. And this one also has the same slide-out keyboard. And it also has a little trackpad on there. Let me see if I can have it.
Oh, so instead of the little ball that I have here.
No little ball.
Okay.
No more ball. But it's, again, the touch screen and the little keyboard. Now, I played with this keyboard for the 5 days. I got to tell you, I prefer, and let me tell you, I have an iPhone. I wanted to like this phone. 2 reasons. I like the idea of competition. I think iPhone will get better if it's got better competition. And, you know, sometimes you just want to stick it to Apple, right? Apple, stick it to the man, because Apple's like become the man.
Right.
You know, they've become like Microsoft.
They're the most popular. You want to root for the underdog.
Exactly. Did not like this keyboard.
Why?
The keys are so close together. They're a little bigger than those keys, but there's very little space between them. And they're, I don't know, press.
Well, let me see, because I'm used to this one, so.
Exactly. Here's what I found myself doing. I end up using the on-screen keyboard kind of like I do on my iPhone.
Well, maybe if you're used to this one, because, I mean, I'm finding it easy to do.
You are. You like it.
Right.
And maybe with fingernails it's easier, too.
Maybe.
I've got, you know, big fat thumbs.
I like that it's heavy, you know, that it just sort of feels like a solid phone.
It's well built.
Right. And then when everything moved its way up, I mean, it was very fast.
It is also a lot faster than the first one. It's a lot more responsive. They've got, now they don't have as many apps for it yet. They've got a few apps, and you've downloaded some apps for yours, right?
Getting a phone call.
Getting a phone call. Thank you for putting it on vibrate. I appreciate that. Somebody watching now saying, get off this. Stop knocking the iPhone.
Hey, there you go.
So, you know, it's got GPS. It's got, with the, Google has that new thing now. One problem I had with it is that you can only sync it to one Google account for your Gmail and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Which is maybe okay for most people, but I have my Google Gmail on one account, and then my calendars are on different accounts. And you could only do one account for the calendars. It won't sync to multiple Gmail accounts. I'm hoping they fix that with an upgrade of some kind. But other than that, I mean, I got to admit, it's a very nice, slick phone. I think the big problem is... Oh,
I like the noise.
Little sound effects. Yeah,
right.
It's got some really cool new sound effects. It's a lot louder than the iPhone.
I mean, I think really to be able to test a phone, I mean, you have to use it for like weeks at a time and months and find the kinks.
So I've been using it for about a week. Oh, can I show you one thing that is really cool that the iPhone should have? This has like a car mode. Let me see if I can pull that up. Does yours have this?
No, I don't know.
Okay. Well, you've had yours like a year.
I know, but there's so many things on this phone that I don't know.
You hit a button and it goes into this car mode. This is designed so that you can put it on your dash.
Okay.
And it only has like 4 buttons that are really big. So you can touch them while you're in the car.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, so it has voice search, navigation, view map, contacts, and search. So if you're there, you can just hit the contacts button, and it brings up your contacts really
So while
quick.
you're driving, you're not having to really go through everything, and that's great.
Okay, so the two things that are the deal breaker for me, the reason I will stay with my iPhone, and why I don't think it's the iPhone killer. Number one, it is still not as responsive. I find that when I don't know if you can see this, but when I move my hand up and down, there's a slight delay. Do you see that?
Right.
I mean, use that.
It's not that big of a deal, but
do you mean? I mean,
that's how mine is too. The exact same way.
It's like a quarter of a second, and the iPhone
it just follows. It almost follows your finger and doesn't go with it.
The iPhone is. Let me pull this up here. This is the contacts on my iPhone. You'll notice on my iPhone, it's like the phone is really just under your finger. It doesn't have that same slight delay that this phone has.
All right, what's the other thing?
The other thing is the apps. The apps, I started running a while back because Lord knows I need some exercise. There's a running app on the phone, on the iPhone that I love now. There's, flight tracking. Now there's more apps coming for the Google. Still not as many though.
Right.
And I think that what will keep people with an iPhone are the apps, because they're going to fall in love with some of these apps that you, as of yet, cannot get on Google.
So the iPhone is still the killer.
It is.
Okay.
But if you are dead set if you're against the iPhone, this is now the second best phone. It's the phone to beat that's not an iPhone.
Okay. There you go. Verizon.
Verizon Droid phone. Go check one out at Verizon and see what you think. Let us know. Will this this is the real question I want to know from you guys. Will this get you to switch from an iPhone to Droid? The biggest benefit is you get Verizon's network, which is so much better than AT&T.
Than AT&T.
And we have another segment coming up right after this, so please stay tuned. And we're back, and in the second spotlight today, we are once again bowing at the altar of Apple, looking at this.
They love you. They sent you everything.
They send us a lot of stuff, and it's odd because we don't, sometimes we review the stuff well, but sometimes we don't like stuff.
Right. They're okay with that.
Saying that the iPhone is the best, but that I'd really like to get something else.
Right.
It's weird. It's a dichotomy. It's a dilemma wrapped in a noodle and an enigma and wrapped in a riddle. Okay.
All right, let's move on.
Let's move on.
You lost me.
This is Apple's brand new innovative product. This is called the Magic Mouse. They had the mouse, then the Mighty Mouse, and now they have the Magic Mouse.
Now, I went on a Twitter and I said I'm reviewing
You went on a Twitter? Is that like
I went on Twitter.
On a rampage?
And I said I'm reviewing the mouse, and I had everyone tweeting me saying, oh, did they finally come out with a good one?
Which is odd because I liked the old one.
Okay.
The Mighty
I thought I was missing something.
Yeah. I like the old one. I thought the Mighty Mouse with a little rubber nipple on top was good.
You said nipple.
Well, that's what it is. It was a little nipple on top.
Okay.
Okay, so you've used this for a week or so. What do you think?
Yes, I love it. Love it. And you know why I love it?
Why do you love it?
Because I was actually able to install this all by myself.
Well, that is what Apple is known for.
Well, and you even said that if you have problems, call me. And I was so ready to call you because I couldn't figure out the Bluetooth thing.
How did that work? You turn it on and boom.
No, it wasn't that easy. I had to go in and figure something out, but I did it.
Okay.
Maybe I just don't give myself enough credit. I definitely like how it sort of, if you could see, it just sort of fits right there. It's just like the perfect, it's just a natural fit.
Right.
I like that.
Right.
Very soft.
This is like a scene from Ghost. Touching
your hand.
Either that or wax on and wax off. Or something.
The only thing I didn't like
Yes.
is that if you forget to turn it off,
Right.
it stays on.
Well, it stays on if it's moving. So leaving it on your desk, it's okay to leave it on.
Oh, really?
But if you put it on your laptop bag, or your suitcase, you want to turn it off.
So if I just leave it here next to my laptop,
You're fine.
and I don't turn it off, it's not going to use it.
It's supposed to be good for like 6 months.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
I thought I was like wasting the battery because I kept forgetting to turn it off.
All right. So my turn. Can I talk?
Sure.
Okay. this is a step backwards, like so many Apple products lately, okay? iMovie, step backwards. The new MacBooks, step backwards. You know, they're taking off FireWire, they're reducing the number of USB ports on there. Don't get me started. However, I'm going back to my old mouse. I'm sorry.
Why?
Well, okay, first of all, they used to be, and you may not have used them because I think 99% of people didn't use them. There used to be buttons on the side of the old mouse.
Okay.
Okay, I used to use those buttons on the side.
What would they do?
Well, you could program them to do whatever you wanted to do. You could have it do the dock thing or the expose thing or the screen flippy thing or the, and I did various things with it. Secondly,
that seems too complicated.
Oh, well,
So maybe they've just simplified.
Right. Yeah, it is too complicated unless you use your computer, and like I do. So the other problem is, okay, so explain to them how this works, because there is no nipple on top anymore. So how do you scroll?
I take this and I look at my computer and I see the little...
Right, but there's no ball, there's no track wheel, it's perfectly flat.
Right.
Right. So you could explain to the people.
Well, I just move it.
Well, that's to move the mouse, but how do you go up and down a web page with no wheel?
I get the little thingy on the side and I move it.
Oh, really? You don't scroll like with the scroll wheel anymore? Okay, because you know that this is a touchpad.
Well, you were trying to explain that to me, but I didn't get it, so...
Wow, Andy. So
I kept doing this and I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, doing that. Okay, now you do have to install the latest OS, and we'll get this working for you if you haven't got it. But this is
obviously I don't.
This is actually a little touch scroll pad. So what you do is doing this will scroll up and down in your web pages. Just like doing that with your trackpad would, so doing that.
I tried that and it didn't work.
Well, we'll fix that.
Okay.
But my problem is that the old trackball on the old one, you could push that in and it was a button. You pushed it in and it would do something. You could program that too. This one doesn't have that.
Okay.
Okay, so you've lost that bit of functionality as well. The real problem, I think it's too small for men. Except homosexual men. They're probably okay with it. But for real men, oh my God. No, look at this. You see how thin that is? Look, my hand, when I put my hand on the table, my hand, it's no longer like supported.
But you don't need to put your whole hand on it. I mean, you're just putting your fingers.
I like to put my whole hand on it. I don't put, I could hold it like this and like squirrel it around like a chihuahua.
So you think this is too girly and femme for you?
This is the chihuahua of mice, okay? You know the little tiny dogs, the little lap dogs? I don't know. I mean, it even looks like some sort of feminine product of some kind, don't you think? Look at it. It looks
What does it look like, Ben?
I don't know. I don't know what those things are called. But I know that I'm scared of them at drugstores.
Right. I think this is going on way too long.
All right. Personally, I'm going back to my old mouse. I do not like this mouse.
All right.
But you like it.
I like it. I thought it was simple, short, sweet, to the point, worked.
And you're going to love it once we get that scrolling thing.
Well, I love it now. Maybe that'll be too complicated for me.
Maybe the less functionality, the better.
Right.
Maybe it shouldn't even move. It should just be solid there.
I like it.
You know what? It's solid, and when you want to move something on a computer, you just move the whole computer around like that. So the mouse falls underneath it.
Okay. I like it. He doesn't.
That's all the time we have for this week.
Thank goodness.
Send us an email on our website or leave us a comment.
Oh, you're getting email.
www.neo-fight.tv. And
if you have a few minutes,
yeah, let us know. And if you have an extra 30 seconds,
take a look at this. I'm really sorry about him.
Are you still lighting your videos the old-fashioned way? Heavy, fragile lighting fixtures, hot lights that make your talent sweat, gels and filters to match your colors?
Time to take a look at the Xylight LED lighting system, the future of lighting today. Small, compact, and durable LED lights with high wattage output. Cool LED technology won't overheat your talent.
And multicolor presets let you instantly choose from daylight, tungsten, or custom colored illumination, fully dimmable at the touch of a button.
And each Xylight comes with wireless networking built in for easy remote control.
For more information, visit Xylight today at www.xylight.com.